Hello everyone, today we are back. We are fighting one monster that I really like. It's Astalos? Yes, Astalos. It's from the Faded 4 alongside Kamos, Mizutsune and Glavenus, so this is the third one. I'm wondering when we'll get Glavenus. He seems to be the last one, but I definitely want him. But anyway, as for Astalos, he's Thunder Elemental and weak to Ice, so Ice Weaponry is definitely the way to go. He's also mostly weak to blunt with some slashing on the side. So these two weapons are whatever else. They're the only thing you need, honestly. Got the Gammoth Hammer. This thing is ridiculous. 122 eyes. Holy. And as for my sword and shield, still using the Legiana, it's like the best ice slashing we have up until now. So guess I'll have to keep using it. I'm not quite sure of how many monsters will face that are ice. We've seen so many of them. Now I have the Ruby Basarius Hunting Horn. This is just for buffs, of course. Then Legiana armor. I should upgrade it, even if just a bit. 81 defense is a bit too weak for this part of the game, I'd say, but I like the abilities quite a lot. And as for my talisman, I have this insane talisman I got. Synchronized medium, weak point, medium weakness exploit. Always weakness exploit. But yeah, synchronize versus double attack damage. You'll be doing lots of double attacks in this fight. And the reason is because most of Astalos' attacks are targeted at one specific enemy, so you can abuse double attacks quite a bit. And as for weakness exploit, I mean, it was on the talisman, so might as well. And weakness exploit is just a good skill. Yes, I have this, but I mean, come on with this. I don't need anything else. Anyway, that is my setup. And as for my monsters, let's see. I'm gonna be mostly using Rassalos. Astalos is a technical monster, so you definitely want to use a power monster in this case. Gammoth would be quite good here, but I didn't really try to use Gammoth, so I'm using Rassalos instead. You could use Salt in Wound if you want Rassalos as fire and poison, but as for me, I'm just going with synchronize and weakness exploit. I feel like that's better or more consistent because when I fought Astalos the first time, it was getting a bit annoying and I was mostly double attacking, so I could not really use my skills that well to abuse Salt in Wound. So decided to go with my talisman in this setup. And once it's enraged, it will go to power, yes, to which
bad
then
for
for the
yeah.
interruption. Well, then in this case, after that, you will go to power, in which you'll want to use a speed monster. In this case, I have Zinogre. This is a new Zinogre, as you can see. I got a decent one in the den, but honestly, you don't really need to use speed because Cheval and Racian are quite good at doing double attacks, so you can just chain double attacks while your monster is going to town, which in that case means you can just keep Rathalos in, honestly. Legiana would also be good here, but as I said, usually you're always doing double attacks, so it's not like you really need to have a speed monster from my experience. And doing double attacks with Cheval and Racian. Let's see if I can showcase it as well.
ネルギガンテがいるから祠に入れないなんてな。俺たちでなんとかできればいいんだけどさ。
ナビルーが弱音を吐くなんて
うん
珍しいね。
そりゃそうさ。だってネルギガンテはレドじいちゃんを。
レドじいちゃん。
相棒のじいちゃんだ。それに
私の大切な友達。大穴の現象を調べている中、ネルギガンテの襲撃を受けて亡くなったの。
そうだったんだね。
レドが亡くなったあの日からずっと後悔してる。私がもう少し強ければ、レドはきっと今でも生きていたのに。
強ければか。
私たちがレドを失ったように誰かの大切な人が失われてはいけない。それがネルギガンテによるものならなおさら
Goddamn
私たちが止め
Nergigante.
ないと。
エナの言う通りだ。ネルギガンテより強くなってその力をお見舞いしてやらないとな。
君もそう思うの？強くなって君たちがネルギガンテを撃ったら何が解決する？
そりゃあ祠にも行けるようになるし、レドじいちゃんの敵討ちにもなる。
おじいさんはそれを望んでいるのかな？
って俺はレドじいちゃんじゃないからわからないぞ。
おじいさんをよく知る君ならわかるんじゃないか。おじいさんの時も今もネルギガンテが何に動かされているのかを知ることが大切なんじゃないか。
それは
ネルギガンテか。隠れるぞ相
ライゼクスだ。強硬化している。迂闊に出ない方が良さそうだ。村に応援を呼びに行こう。
I love how we just go right to it.
棒。よし、ライドオンの時間だぜ。
無謀なことを。
Astalos. I really like this monster. Oh, I forgot. I forgot. This also happened in my first fight with him. Well, that's fine. It's just a wasted turn that I could use to buff our attack, but nah, in fact, when a buff after. Alright. So, as I was saying before, Astalos starts with technical, so you'll have to what to go with power. I'll start by breaking the head. We don't lose much by this, and this is gonna do some nice damage. Ooh, 900. Yes. Cheval joins you after 1 or 2 turns, and it's funny because Cheval gets in ready to ride, so that's literally a free turn, which I will use to buff myself. That's why I don't want to buff right away when a white teal Cheval arrives. And then just buff the party. This will be a free turn anyway, so don't be worried. Alright, so as I said before, that's a free turn, so only buff when Cheval arrives. As for me, I'll go for the head. Oops, apologies. Should remember to put my phone on silence when recording. Yes, once it does electrify, it will go to power. So you want to use speed, and it will have its wings. They're also weak to blunt, so you can just keep going at it. 488. Trying to get the burn, but it seems that's not the case. Speed attack again. Now Racin's doing the speed attack with me, so I'll just take this as an opportunity. I guess that the attack from Racin is AoE, that's why. Yes, it's AoE. That's why I did not get the double attack. I'm still getting acquainted with Racin. because I always don't affect head-to-heads. So if I'm doing a head-to-head with my opponent and they, in this case, have the head-to-head to me and a monster is using an AoE, it won't count towards the head-to-head. So that's something to keep in mind. Pretty sure we've seen this. Was just finishing eating some soup. Kind of dead from the COVID shot, honestly. Beautiful. Once you break the wings, it will fall down, which is a perfect opportunity to release one of your strikes. As I will do now. And they ride. God, we're such bullies. I'm just gonna get someone in to do my attack. I wanna get a meteor pressure. Meteor hammer on the head. Yeah, we can skip that. The holy shit, that did a ton. There we go. I'll actually keep Tigrex in. The reason is because I want my breakthrough strike to do an effect on Astalos. I guess something else you can do is use Fury Bash. I spend most of the time using the hammer in this fight, honestly. It's not mandatory, but I don't know, it's just... The thing is, his parts take some time to break, so when I get to the tail he's almost dead, so... And 3 in fact of his parts get smashed by blunt, so... I don't even use slashing that much in this fight. I don't want you to do that. I want you to keep going with breakthrough strike. Meantime, I'll just meteor hammer stomach. There we go. The more parts you break, the better, as well as there's some good gear, which I will show you. There we go. Keep going for the stomach. Nice crit. You see that weakness exploit working? Must be a decent chance because my weapon has like 2% crit. Yep, there we go. Now I'm gonna ride, just skip the turn and start working on the wings. It's a good opportunity. There we go. You see? And then that's a nice fight. Yeah, honestly, Astalos is not the hardest in my opinion. I don't know. I don't know. I just don't feel like you can topple him easily by breaking the wings. It doesn't have AoEs from what I saw, so you can just do whatever you want with him, which is sad. I was expecting a rage raid monster in this area to be stronger, but oh well. And Russell is going crazy, which you don't want to see, of course.
Otomon はライダーとの絆を裏切らない。その代わり、ライダーが間違いを犯したら、オトモンに大きな負荷がかかってしまうんだ。こうなることがわからなかったのかい？
相棒を責めないでやってくれよ。相棒は 強硬化したモンスターを止めたかっただけなんだ。
今の君たちはレウスを守りたいのに逆にレウスを傷つけてしまっている。
どういうことだよ。
自分のことしか見えていないネルギガンテに執着した結果、傷つくのは
What?
レウスなんだ。
That doesn't make sense. You're trying to.
関係ないだろ。
本当にそう思うかい？レウスは君たちのために頑張りすぎた。
相棒も俺もルースを守りたいんだ。それなのにまさかルースを傷つけていたなんて。
Oh no, I think I get what he
きつ
means.
い言い方をしてすまない。今の君たちを見ていると昔の自分を見ているようで苦しいんだ。
昔の自分。
ああ、レウスのこともある。一旦村に戻って話そう。
Anyway, and that's done. Let's go back to Nwate village. Right, let me show you Astalos' gear. But yeah, I think I get what he means. We're being reckless with all this searching for Nergigante. Astalos is getting smashed. I actually did the smashing in that fight, but whatever. Anyway, Astalos gear. I hate the helm. Thank God we can disable helms. Yeah, so Thunder Boost L. That's insane. Thunder Defense Boost Medium. Whatever. And Weakness Exploit M. So yeah, this is definitely the gear to make if you're using Thunder. Even for a regular, nah. I mean, if you wanna make non-elemental gear, I think Monobolus is still the best. No, not this regular Monobolus. Where is it? What the hell? I can't find it now. Right. Yeah, I fought quite a few monsters, as you can tell. There it is. This would probably still be the best for non-elemental, but if you're using Thunder, Astalos is so good. Thunder Boost L is amazing, especially because I've seen some Thunder Weak monsters in this place, around this area, in some quests, so that's really good. And Weakness Exploit is also amazing. M, by the way, so you can stack this with critical, medium, charm, and you have a really good crit setup. Definitely something to make. As for his weapons, well, as you can see, I'm using the Zinogre Sword and Shield for Thunder. It's really, really good. But you can actually make the Astalos, the Astalos Greatsword. 6% crit rate is really nice, by the way. It has more crit than the Zinogre Sword and Shield. Yeah, I'm still using the Zinogre Sword and Shield. The defense is just nice. But if you want a variation of a slashing weapon that isn't Sword and Shield for Thunder, you can use this. You can even keep the Lagaikra's Greatsword, honestly, but yeah, so this, first of all, it looks amazing. Definitely looks freaking amazing, but yeah, it's pretty much the same as this. I think they actually keep up, because I'm pretty sure that Great Swords have more attack per upgrade than Sword and Shield. I don't know, I'll test that out. But yeah, this is definitely a good weapon to use. Then you have this, the Astalos Hammer, which is also amazing. I made this, but well, now I have this. 5% crit rate, not bad. Parapoison Chaser, which is really good. It's easy to inflict poison in my opinion. In fact, I'm working on it. I'm gonna gene some skills into my Mizu for poison, so this is even better. The Astalos Hammer. Man, I wish Melody was more useful. Honestly, I love his hunting horn as well. It looks like a sword. But anyway, whoops. And then you have the Astalos Gunlance. Looks decent, 75 thunder. For the Astalos Gunlance, it looks good, 75 thunder. I heard the reason why gun lances are so weak. Oh, and 20 defense, of course, but I heard the reason why gun lances are so weak is because they can use a lot of stuff with their kinship, so I guess they have to make up for it, especially because we have AoEs, so they have to make it a bit weaker just to compensate, which makes complete sense, honestly. I haven't done any quests. Well, I've done a ton of quests. Yeah. But I'm waiting for Brachydios so I can get him up to speed with the rest of the party. Although I'm gonna use Astalos as well. He's technical, so always a good addition. I feel like you don't see that many technical monsters in comparison to power and speed, but maybe I'm not looking for them. Interesting. Yeah, I think that's a good idea as well. So let's just go to our house. I think this is the first time we have to go to our house since the beginning.
落ち着いたか。
レウスなら休んですっかり元気になったみたいだ。
Good.
そうじゃなくて
I need him.
ああ、相棒はまだ。
さっきの続き、私たちを見ていると過去の自分を思い出すって、あなたも何かあったの？
昔の自分のことはあまり話したくなかったんだ。
Mm.
明るい話にはならないが、それでも聞くかい。
聞かせてほしい。
I love how he's like, I don't want to talk about it. It
モンスターによ
hurts.
って母を
You really want to hear it? Yes. Fuck
モ
you.
ンスターを滅ぼすためにライダーになったんだ。
Yeah.
それからというもの、モンスターをひどく憎んだよ。仇を討つために力ばかりを求め、絆なんて求めなかった。
そんな。
でも力は絆に勝てない。それを教えてくれたライダーがいた。
それは？
クアン村の村長が言ってた伝説のライダー。
Protagonist
俺
of
の昔の相棒
stories.
さ。
戦って気づかされたんだ。絆こそがライダーの力なんだと。憎しみという感情に振り回され、俺は何も得ることができなかった。むしろ大切なものを失ってしまっていた。たくさんの人やモンスターを傷つけ、レイヤを傷つけていたんだ。
それでもオトモンはあなたを見放さなかったのね。
俺の話はここまで。大切なものをなくした原因を憎んだり、救えなかった自分を責め続けることは新たな犠牲を生む。
True.
それは分かってほしい。
聞いてくれ。千の穂村でモンスターの目撃情報だ。ネルギガンテかもしれない。
いつネルギガンテがこの村を襲ってもおかしくない。村
Alright, let's see what this new monster is about. Alright, anyway, I will catch you in the next one to see if this is finally the Nergigant they were searching for. Anyway, see you next time. Peace.